What's up, everybody? It's been like almost a year. I've been gone for a while. I got hard into the hobby, fell for it, and I was just absorbing all of the content that I could find on YouTube, just on the internet in general, on Instagram, you name it, I was looking for it. If it was fish, I was about it. I was just consuming everything. And then I started making these videos, and I started feeling like they weren't my videos. Like I was just making a recreation of someone else's video, of someone else's format. Like to an extent, it's all a recreation of a format, but I don't know. I just felt like it wasn't me. Like it was that fast. I just went nuts and started consuming all I could. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. This dude made a video on this, so I should probably make a video on that. This dude made a video on this, maybe I should make a video on that. It just got stupid, it got out of hand. So I backed up for about a year. I didn't watch anybody's videos, I didn't go to any live streams. No fish, just my fish. I mean, granted, my guys are all still cool, but I just had to back up. I had to get out completely out of the YouTube scene, out of the Instagram scene, out of social media, out of all that. It was just way too much, way too much. So I've been out for a while. I have no idea what anybody's doing. I have no idea what I'm doing for that matter, but this is where we are. I finally got moved. We found a new place. We got in. We're super happy. I finally got this room set up for the most part. Still be tweaking this and tweaking that, but for the most part, everything's looking pretty decent. This closet is a monster, and there's way too much crap in there, but I swear it's all useful, and I know where everything is. I'm still unpacking as we go. So to walk around real fast, give you the little grand tour of the new setup fish room rather. This tank was going to be for my cichlids, my convicts, and everything was cool. I got some convicts from a buddy at work. He told me this one's super aggressive. Well, he's not in here no more because he killed two of them. So now it's this blood parrot here. He's hanging out. And in here is two other convicts. There's one. He's front and center, but he blends in so damn good. Now I just messed with adding water in here so it's dusty. Plus there's bubbles and shit all over the glass. You have to pardon that. I'm playing around with this filter right here, cleaning that out and just messing in general, putting some bacteria in there from some other water actually. And then the community tank has gone from a 29 to a 55, and these guys are just kicking. This tank is really my favorite right now. That Madagascar lace just went nuts. It was nowhere near that big. When I planted it after we moved, it had two little bitty leaves on it that were only about this long. Itty bitty little things. And now it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves that are pretty sweet. A couple little more coming up. Little ones. Chop that one off. It's got some black hair. I've been fighting that stuff like crazy. We'll get to that in a minute. Bought some anacris, which, I don't know, I guess they munched off the leaves. This plant right here, this long skinny fella, that just popped up. That was something left over in the substrate. Same with that little plant and that little plant. I think those are crypts. I'm not 100% on that. Some more anacris floating in the back. I bought this fella. I do not know what he's called. This is a cryptocran something or another. What do we got here? Can y'all see that? Nope. You cannot. That is a cryptocran WNDTII red. I just saw the red on it. And I said, oh man, I gotta get me some of that. I liked it. Those colors on him were pretty sweet. So that's why he's there. A little Vallisneria, because Vallisneria is awesome. This I had never seen. Get this anacris out of there. This I had never seen before. And I really like the way it looks. And this fella is, according to its tag here, oh yeah, giant hairgrass. The genus and species is lost to me, but giant hairgrass. is the descriptor for the layman that they've got printed out there for us. So that's the community. They've got way more space and they're plenty happier. And I think since I've made a video, my red beta that was in there, he's passed on. He did not make it. He passed on a while back though. And somebody gave me a filter. I'm a mover, so I'm in and out of people's houses all day, every day. People give away a lot of stuff. And this lady was giving it up. She had turtles. And she was done. She had given the turtles to a friend, had some equipment left over. She said, do you want this filter? I said, yeah, sure, that's awesome. Free filter, dude. Those are expensive. She said she cleaned it out, and I didn't like follow it up with a rigorous cleaning. I was just like, oh, super cool. She cleaned it. Let me do this. Popped it on there, trying something out. I forget why, but I did, and lost quite a few fish. Like quite a few of my mollies turned belly up. The beta didn't do so hot. So now we've got this big old Cascade filter down yonder. That's that thing's down there putting in some work for us. And then the sponge filter, because that is my Pleco's favorite spot, is under that sponge filter. He's just a sucker for it. And then the aggressive convict and his mate have moved down here to this 29. I had another one, thankfully, because that wasn't going down too good. And this dude has had lots and lots of babies. Let's see if we can get some light on there. Maybe illuminate the situation. Grab my cell phone here, crank this light on. See if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Without destroying my phone would be really awesome. Alright, let's get y'all zoomed in. Oh, let's get this focus. Oh, is it beautiful? It wants to be. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, sweetheart. Look at you just coming and going in and out of focus. I do believe that's the mama there. It's a bit smaller. Can you see the babies though? There's so many of them. Oh, she doesn't like no part of me filming right now. And then as we come over here, oh, there's just everywhere. Look at them. Look at them, look at them, look at them. They're starting to move around a bit. They were just exclusively on the floor. But now they're here and they're there. Gaining some altitude in the tank, you know. Well, those guys are cool. So that's the spawning tank, the breeding tank, I reckon you'd call that. Turn this flashlight on my cell phone off before I kill it. All right. Last but not least, my piece de resistance, the big fella. And is just happier than can be in his new big tank with the bala sharks. They've been put into the 150 gallon and they are just loving life. Bala sharks immediately started looking bigger. He immediately started looking bigger. Super cool. He's, yeah, he does a little freaking out from time to time. Let me get away. So he's in his own room now, so he doesn't get to interact with people. So I don't know if it's freaking him out when I come in here. He kind of darts around here and there and does his thing. He's pretty cool. So this is the algae problem that I'm having here. I need to clean the glass on this thing. The moment felt right. After so long of not being on camera and not making a video, that it just felt like it was time to pull this camera out and get to filming. I didn't clean the glass or anything. I didn't take the time to do too much of anything. I just whipped it out and started filming. And the only thing I've added to this tank is this fella, a paradise gourami. Oh no, are we not in focus? What do people see? Oh yeah, there he is. That fella. And what I'm believed to be, what I'm hoping is his mate here. So, here's to hoping. Maybe they'll make us some paradise babies. But this here is just problematic. Now I'm going to get the camera on the tripod, which is why it was sitting at such a funny angle over here. Dangling mid-air there on my precarious setup with a bucket of rocks holding it at an angle. I'm going to get this propped up here, and we're going to take a look at this algae out of the tank on my little piece of glass here. And we're going to juice it with some good old peroxide. And we're going to hope for the best. So I will see you shortly. Alrighty. Friends and friends alike. Excuse me. We're disturbing some shrimps and things here. Alright. There's a beautiful piece of driftwood with a huge piece of Anubias. That is just massive. I think I want to propagate this fella, and I want to get it growing all over that big old long branch I got in there. That'd be super cool. But all this damn algae is a problem. That is thick, thick stuff right there. Oh man. Now, see, I've thought about just chopping all these leaves off, but that stuff is everywhere. It's on the roots. I mean, it is all over the place. That is a big old, thick, lovely piece of rhizome there. Well, we got to get rid of this algae first. That's the biggest problem. One I don't necessarily want to deal with in the long term. I'd like to knock that out as quickly as possible. Let me grab a bucket of water here. A bucket with a little bit of water in it. Alright. Let's do some spraying. Now I know this stuff is dangerous. Can be very dangerous to plants. Hydrogen in its pure form is what you use to clean hydroponic growing equipment. So that will eat any pure, you know, when it's not diluted. This is just 1 or 2%, maybe 3 tops. Yeah, 3% for all-purpose uses. But when it's up in the 90s, the stuff will eat any organic material. It eats the skin right off your hand. So I reckon we're just going to spray liberally. Let it sit on there for a minute. Then rinse it off. I have tables, little fancy things that I went and spray painted black with a real nice finish to do stuff like this on. So I'm not doing it where my keyboard goes next to my laptop and stuff, but I just spray painted that. It's all drying still. So maybe next time I'll have a fancy presentation table like the big fellas. When you get the fancy presentation table, you can call yourself a fish tuber, huh? Alright. I guess that's going to be that. I should have grabbed a towel. That would have been a great idea. Now, at only 3%, I can't imagine. Oh, wow, it's smoking. It's doing stuff. Okay. Into the water. That was kind of scary, actually. Let me grab a towel. create a bit of a mess this evening. Had to use my towel once already because filling the tanks up, we were doing some topping off, and I got to not paying attention. Overflowed a bucket in here. Deal with that shortly. Alrighty. Smack that off a little bit. Oh, am I even in the camera? There we go. Now you can see it. So off the bat, nothing too crazy, nothing too noticeable. Nothing noticeable at all, actually. Let's see here. It's bubbling. It's bubbling. As soon as it hits the wood, I can see it bubbling. See it bubbling here. Let's douse this thing one more time. Yeah, I really hope I don't overdo it. This is an awesome plant. Alright. Oh yeah, it's smoking. Or it's bubbling. Like crazy. Sitting there aggravating me where I chew my fingers up. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's definitely smoking down here. I'm putting out a little mist, a little peroxide mist. Jesus, we did all that and it wasn't even hardly in the frame. I'm so sorry. Good and focus now. Jesus. Sorry about that. And it drips from here and runs down here. It sure does get to putting off that smoky looking vapor. It's eating organic material all over this thing. It's bubbling down here. It's bubbling everywhere. Such a big Anubias. It's such a pretty plant. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That was not coming off before. No strands were coming off before. Well, I reckon we'll rinse it off and hope for the best. Alright. Once they're off, I do not want to go back into the little peroxide bath I've got going on here. So, dry my hand up real fast, free you from the tripod. Hey. Zoom this thing out. Focus up as best we can. Okay. So that's what we've wound up with. Looks exactly the same as it did a few minutes ago. About time to turn all the lights off in here. Good lights going to sunset. Back in the water we go. Alright, there we go. Back in business here. Battery died right as I was putting that back in the water. So anyhow, we've got him in the water. I'll get you guys updates regularly. I'll come in here and take at least a picture a day. I'll try and flip the camera on, get some footage, maybe do some rambling for you. But I'll at least take a picture a day so we can do something to compare. Lights have shut off in there, so I went ahead and shut them off in here. Let everybody get to sleep. And no, I'm not going to do much editing on this. I'm just going to string together the 3 parts that made it and say la vie, let that be what it is. I enjoy the editing, it just takes up time, and I just don't feel like it right now, honestly. I feel like just putting this together and sending it out to the interwebs and do with it what you will. But, you know, to sum it all up, I got consumed in other people's nonsense. Not nonsense, but just consumed in my own nonsense of consumption, if you will. Just watching too much and kind of lost my own vision, if you will, even though I don't really have like a set vision. I just started doing nothing but like imitating and emulating, and I could just see it and hear it in myself, and it was crazy. And I didn't care for it. It was going to make me just a copy of someone, and I'm not cool with that. So we're going to do this. We're going to do us, you know? And if you like what's going on here, cool, come hang out. Throw me a comment or something, you know, chit-chat, and I'll chit-chat back with you and shit. It'll be awesome. And if you don't really care for what we're doing, then hit the road, Jack. I appreciate you stopping by and watching what you did. And, you know, we've got some projects to do. I want this whole tank just covered in Indian plants. We're just getting started now, but eventually I'd like to see that be a really sweet jungle. These cichlids down here, I want to get to raising them up, and you know, maybe eventually you guys will want some, and I'll ship some to you guys or whatever. It'd be cool to not to sell them, just to have some fish that I bred go out into the world in other people's tanks and live their lives out. It's just cool, you know. It'd be awesome. I have no idea what to do here with these cichlids. No clue whatsoever, so maybe you guys can help me out with that. And big guy here's got a lot of growing to do. And I want to plant his tank out and try and turn that into a little slice of river for him. Something that lives and breathes just like he does. So, you know, this is our adventure. I got some more tanks in the closet, a 55, a couple 10s, another 29. I got a few things laying around here and there, and we'll put that to use together. And this is my journey. So come with me on it. It's going to be cool. You know, it's not going to be every man's, but to hell with every man. This is us. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.